Alrighty guys, how's it going out there? Rooster and 10, roostercb.com, and this is a prepaid Stryker 497 all the way, and has also had a wire upgrade done to it, which we'll get into that here in a second, but has had the AM regulator upgrade, the final upgrade, and the average power / modulation mod, so you should see some significant power increases out of this thing, and the ability to turn your dead key down and still have some really good average power and some good modulation out of it. So 497, pretty much Stryker's most powerful AM radio, with the 955 being their heavyweight sideband radio. The 497 actually does a little bit more power, even with the new 955s out there fully upgraded. The 497 will do a little bit more power, and again, if you don't talk on sideband, then this may be the pick for you if you have room for it. If you don't have room, the 447 is a good option. But anyway, we're going to do a performance test on it. A customer did request a performance video, and hopefully this one will ship out. I guess today's technically Monday. I don't think it'll ship out today, just being realistic because of how many other orders have came in, but we're going to try to get it out today. It'll be today or tomorrow. Now, as far as the wire upgrade goes, he wanted, I can't remember if this is 6 or 7 feet, but whatever he requested is what we've got on here. 8 gauge OFC wire, Stinger wire, big upgrade from what was on it. Definitely not a little cheap wire. This is actual OFC wire. And when these things are new, let's see if I've got a 497 power cord over here. This is what they come with. Okay, you guys can just see the difference there. This is what the 497 comes with, and this is what we upgrade it to. And this is plenty. I don't think you need to go any bigger than this. You see a significant increase in power and a reduction in a voltage drop. So, this one has terminals on it. I can't remember if he wanted ring terminals or not, but he got them on here anyway, and that way you can hook them up power supply or battery terminals or terminals in your big truck or whatever you're doing. You'll have some ring terminals on there. And then it is double fused, which he also requested for the power cord upgrade. These are the DB Link fuses, and I think we got 15 amp fuses in each one of those. So double fused. And again, some people are not going to like the way we do things here. And if that's the case, then obviously you can get your wire upgrade done somewhere else. But this is how I like it done. And that is just to leave a very small amount of the factory wire coming out the back. And then you just splice into it with the 8 gauge OFC. Now, some people are going to say, oh, you need to go all the way in the radio. Let me tell you guys, we have compared it both ways. It makes little to no difference going all the way inside the radio with the big power cord. There is such a minimal amount of the stock power cord left, it really makes no difference. The only difference it's going to make is you're going to have to drill some bigger holes in the back of the radio, put some grommets in there, and then you've got that big wire going to places that is kind of designed for smaller wire to go. So, again, some people won't like that, and that's fine. If you don't like the way we do it, then, I'm not trying to be rude, but by all means, we're not going to change the way we do things. So that is the most effective way we have found to do this. That being said, let's check this guy out and see how it does. Excuse me. I'm going to run the RF power all the way down, and I always get confused on these with the RF power and the talkback. I always forget the back knob is the talkback.
Hello, audio, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, audio.
Nice loud talk back there. It does receive, of course. There's your little receive test just to show you guys. We'll turn this talk back down. Now, when they're new, a lot of times these two knobs will turn together. See? So you have to be careful. If you're turning your talk back, you might inadvertently turn your RF power up. Just something to be aware of. When these radios are new, those knobs like to stick a little bit. But let's see how it does here. We're at 14.8, 14.9, 14.8 volts. I do like to test them there because that's the maximum you need to run it at. So we don't test for the minimum. We like to test for the maximum. In that case, somebody gets this and wants to run on 15 volts. They don't have a surprise pop up on them and run into issues. Average power first, bottom, top scale. So 45 from basically nothing. Hello, audio. Hello, this is PEP, by the way. Hello, audio. So 180 to 190 PEP. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the RF power up a little bit. Let's go to 9 o'clock. This is average power once again. Hello, audio. Almost 50. The PEP is not going to change. I'll show you guys the PEP wide open, but in the in-between, it's not really going to change. It's going to do about the same all the way down as it does all the way up. The average power is what we're looking at. Halfway open, so now we're at 12 o'clock. What do we want to call that? 15 watts, right around 15 watts at 12 o'clock. Hello, audio. Hello, audio, check, audio, audio. So we're getting up there close to 60 average. Let's go 2 o'clock. 20 watts. Now that, honestly, guys, if it was my radio, that's probably the max I would run it at by itself. You're not going to need to run it that high going into an amp, because really this thing's going to drive an 8-pill or a 6-pill, so you're not going to have to run it that high. But if I was running it by itself, that's probably where I would be, about 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Getting pretty close to 75 average, about 70. And then wide open. Hello. You know, that's too high. I wouldn't run it that high. That's just me. That's about a 40 watt dead key. Hello, audio. Now you may get it and find that you love the way it sounds right there, but it's going to run a little bit harder if you run it with that high of a carrier. Now, if we're just curious about the PEP, remember I said it's going to do about the same peak all the way down as it does all the way up. Hello, audio 1, 2, 3, audio 1, 2, 3, audio 1, 2, 3, audio. About 180 or so on the PEP side there. And if we want to come over here and check our clamp meter, of course, we like to take a look at it. Keeps us honest, right? Hello, audio. There you guys go, 11 amps. Hello, audio. So 11 amps at 14.9 volts. That's what we're working with. Let me know what you guys think. All the way 497 with the power cord upgrade. I think you'll like this radio. If you get one of these and you're thinking, well, what kind of amp can I run this into? I would recommend a 4-pill 2879C, alternatively a 6-pill 2879 standard. And if you want to give yourself a little bit of headroom and just kind of loaf something, probably an 8-pill 2879 standard. And last, for you guys that want something kind of oddball, something kind of unique, a 16-pill 454 would also be an interesting amp to run with it. But that's it, everybody. I hope he likes this radio, and I think it'll serve him well. He's been pretty patient waiting on this thing to get done, so I hope his wait time pays off. Again, hello, audio. We're arm's length away from the mic. Hello. It's got some audio to it, so really loud radios, but they still have a really nice sound to them as well. Stryker 497. Thanks, everybody. Rooster N10, roostercb.com. See you, bye.